Davies has been lighting it up for Team Canada as well as for Bayern Munich. He scored that beauty of a goal in the Nations League semifinal against Panama. And right now we are absolutely thrilled to welcome him to Morning Footy. Alphonso Davies, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We are great. I don't think we're quite as good as you, though. I want to ask about your off season because, number one, you are a great follow on the social medias. Everyone should follow Fonzie on Instagram and TikTok. But I believe you were in Mykonos, and you looked like you were living the best life possible, taking those wave runners out. I mean, look at you. Look at that. Look at that water. How was the off season?
The off season was fun. Being able to have a little break after a long season. It was good for my mentality and also the body as well. Just enjoying the sun, enjoying vacation with some people. So I'm happy for that, and I'm ready to go again this year.
Alphonso, a lot of people recognize you when you're out on vacation, like in Greece, for example. They're a big soccer country. Mykonos, maybe with not so much of a soccer-specific crowd. Are people stopping you for pictures all the time?
Yeah, definitely. In Mykonos, there was a lot of people stopping me. A lot of people knew who I was, and also in Santorini as well. So I was a little bit surprised for that, but football is a global game, so you're bound to get recognized.
You might have seen Nico with shades and a hat, trying to see what you're eating.
I leave football players. I leave football players to the.
He does not. If you see Nico behind you, run, Fonzie.
Don't worry. I'm not stalking you, Fonzie. Don't worry.
Fonzie, I want to ask you. Obviously, followed you when you were in MLS. Big move over to Bundesliga. When you got that big check, I heard you were buying some Gucci and some Air Force Ones. What Air Force Ones did we buy? All crispy, all white, the triple white, the G Fazos. And what have you been buying lately? What are you shopping in Japan?
For me, it was, when I first got that paycheck, I bought some Gucci, some Air Force Ones. But in Japan, we just got here. We just got here today. So we just had training. And we don't have, much time to go out. But hopefully, in the next couple of days, we have some free time and we could go check out the city a little bit more.
Okay, they're a big Air Max. If you're anywhere near Tokyo, it's a big Air Max culture there. So go get some exclusives, okay? Also, what do you are a bit of a drip god. You know what I mean? You really care about the fits. Why? What is it that you look for? We're showing some of your fits right now. What is it that you for comfort? Is it just for the photos and then you switch out to the Trekkies? What you doing?
No, for me, it's just appearance, just to look good, just to feel good. I like to put on clothes, nice clothes. Most of the time, I really don't take pictures. Recently, I just started taking pictures of my clothes. Usually, I just put them on and just, do whatever it is that I'm doing. But most of the time, my camera is my phone's in my pocket, and I just walk around. But lately, I've been taking pictures and just feeling good in my clothes.
You got to get the fit pics up, bro. Come on now. If no pic, it didn't happen.
Exactly.
Alphonso, preseason now, but I want to roll back the clock a little bit just from a couple months ago. That last match day, I know you were injured, and probably you would have been less nervous playing in the game because you can control it. What was it like living that final match day from the sidelines?
Yeah, it was.
Did we lose Alphonso?
No.
No.
I thought he was giving us a good answer.
He's back.
All they had to do was either tie or win the game. Sorry?
We lost you for 1 second.
We've got
and now
we can't see your face. Oh, no.
I think we downloaded a virus.
Okay, Alexa. Hey, thanks for hanging with us. We apologize for all the technical difficulties. Apparently, the Wi-Fi in Japan isn't great. I don't know what's going on, Fonzie.
It's all good.
It's all good. All good. Nico, did you want to finish your question?
Yeah, I think you heard my question.
Yes.
It was about watching Bayern on that last match day and not being able to play in that game. How did you suffer that game from the sidelines?
Yeah, watching the game from the sideline was tough. Just seeing how the boys are playing and seeing how they're playing really well, and you feel like you could help, but you can't really do too much on the sidelines. And it was very nerve-wracking because when it was 1-1, bearing down at the 90th minute, and when Jamal came on and scored that final goal to make us Bundesliga champion was, it was a feeling that would stick with us and the Bayern fans forever. Knowing on the other hand, also Dortmund had a chance to win the league, and being able to win the league with this little much margin was an incredible match day. Honestly, like being on the sidelines was very nerve-wracking, and everyone was just checking scores of Dortmund, and we're all talking to each other, and we're like, yes, we scored, and then they scored, and then we're like, oh, what's going on? And then we're tying the game, and a lot of emotions flying everywhere. But at the end of the day, we're happy. We're grateful that we got the win, and we could lift the trophy again this year.
Alphonso, today is your 5-year anniversary with the club, Bayern Munich. Does it feel like 5 years?
No, honestly, it doesn't feel like 5 years. It felt like probably like 1 month. It went by so quickly. Knowing that when I first came to this team, I was only 18, turning 19, and now I'm 22, turning 23. Yeah, it goes by very quickly.
It does, and I remember one of your last games with the Whitecaps. I got to see you in Vancouver when you kind of messed up the revs with your dribbling ability. You're obviously an attacking player in MLS. You go to Bayern, and all of a sudden you're dropped to left back. 5 years in, I think you put your time in as a left back, but you got to be itching to get into the attacking play and move higher up the pitch. Have you had those conversations with Thomas Tuchel? Is that something you're looking to do, be more in an advanced position?
No, I never had those conversations with Tuchel. For me, it's wherever he puts on the pitch, I'm happy. I'm happy for my position that I'm playing. As a defender. For every defender. It's nice. The whole goal of football is to score goals. So, as a defender, you want to score more goals. So you want to play higher up the pitch. But for me personally, I enjoy my position. The attacking, the defending, the way we play, it gets me the opportunity to play higher up the pitch. So, yeah, if the opportunity presents itself, yeah, I'll be very grateful to play there, help the team. But for me, as left back is the position for me right now.
So you're one of the world's best left backs. There's no mistake questioning that. Who's challenged you when it comes to speed? Because I've seen you go against Mbappe, Kyle Walker, Dembele. Who do you think, oh man, I got to be ready today because this guy really pushes me for every step?
I think any of those players that you name really, test me in my speed. I think also Diaby as well from Bayern Leverkusen. We played them in I think it was the Pokal finals a couple years ago, like 2-3 years ago. I saw this one clip. He pushed the ball past me, ran. Yeah, for him is always a speed battle between us two, and also his counterparts behind him is his right back. Also, Frimpong is also quick. So when we play Leverkusen, I know that I have to be on my A game. I have to be positioning where I have to be very smart with my positioning, and also being able to run at that speed 90 minutes against two very quick players is very important.
Big Concacaf rival, any USA player that you think poses a, just makes your job a little bit more complicated?
Yeah, I think for me it was, Tim Weah. It was the first time we actually played against each other, and at one point I saw his speed and I was like, whoa, this guy's fast. And also most of the Jamaican national team as well. They're all runners and they're all quick, so it's tough playing against those guys.
Makes it tough. I want to switch subjects just real quick. I remember a moment you freaking out that Drake followed you on Instagram, right? Canada legend, right? Two Canada legends now following each other on IG or TikTok. I also want to ask a little bit about Stu Gang, okay? You got bars. Any chance there's a Drake collab coming up? Anything at all? And if not, who's the dream collab for you?
Yeah, definitely Drake is a dream collab, but I think the whole process behind Stu Gang was just me and some friends, having fun on the mic, seeing seeing where we can go with it. But I think for me, my rapping career is over.
Wow,
One hit wonder.
That's it. Rapping career is over for me.
We got to get you and Clint in the booth together.
Oh, now that.
Yeah, but I think I have a couple friends that are still doing it. The two guys are on the tracks with me, and they're still doing music. One of them is very passionate about it. So yeah, and also I wasn't honestly the truth behind it. I wasn't supposed to be on that one song, but they needed an extra person, and they couldn't come up with bars. So I said, okay, I'm gonna just make up something and say it.
You got to drop something for Canada's about to co-host the World Cup. You got to drop a song for the World Cup, dog.
I'll ask my friend if he can drop something for me.
Let's go. We'll air it exclusively here. We'll premiere it live here.
All right.
All right, Fonzie, I want to ask about the sort of Canada-USA rivalry, because it used to be that the USA's big rival was Mexico, and that was all the focus. But now it feels like the tide has sort of shifted, and that Canada and USA is becoming not the bigger rival, but like another just sturdy rivalry. What is the perspective from Canada's side on that? Who's your biggest rival?
Yeah, we think definitely the USA is our biggest rival. You know, every time we play them, there's a history behind it. You know, with the players that are coming up, you know, they know the importance between the games between us and the US. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's been good games. You know, the last time we played them, obviously we lost 2-0, and you know they won the Concacaf Nations League, and you know that really hurt us because we knew that we played well, and I guess they were just clinical in the finishing up front. And but yeah, I mean, every time we play each other, it's a big rivalry. You know, it's a lot of fights during the games. But that's what rivalry is. So, but yeah, I mean, for Canada, I think we're growing, we're getting stronger and stronger. You know, every game we play, we're learning more and more. And more players are going to Europe now, and it's very good to have for the country and for the team. And yeah, we're looking forward for the next rivalry for sure.
Alphonso, you won a Champions League with Bayern Munich. You beat PSG 1-0 behind closed doors. Mbappe, Neymar, Di Maria on the pitch. Now you played in this recent Champions League, you lose to Manchester City in the quarterfinals. How good were they, and where do you need to improve to get to that level? Because it seemed like they were just on another level compared to how good you guys were this year. How does Tuchel change things for Bayern Munich?
Yeah, I mean, the first game, you know, it was a good game. It was a tough battle. I think at a certain point we lost focus for a slight minute, and you know, at this level, if you make a slight mistake, they punish you, and that's what they did. And I think you know, they have players that can punish you for little mistakes you make, and they showed that in the first leg. I think the second leg, also we also pushed, you know, knowing that we were, I think, 3-0 down away from home and coming home, and we wanted to prove something, and we played our best, but I think it was a little too late. But we have this fighting spirit within us, and we wanted to show that we can come back from a deficit like this. But they defended well, they played well, and you know, overall we just couldn't finish our chances, and yeah, but definitely we play them tomorrow, and hopefully we can get one over them.
Alphonso, in that series, if I'm not mistaken, I think you swapped kits with Messi, perhaps. Now he's moved to Inter Miami, to Major League Soccer. How do you feel about Messi making this move to the league where you started your career?
Yeah, I mean, it's great, you know, knowing that he's playing in a league where I came from and where I developed my skills to move over here. I think it's really good, not just for football fans, just for the MLS in general. I mean, now that Miami got him, you know, they got Busquets, and their team's getting stronger, and I think he'll enjoy the MLS life, definitely. You know, being able to play all over the USA and in Canada as well. And I think he'll enjoy it with him and his family. And And yeah, I mean, I actually watched the first game that he played.
What'd you
I
think?
stayed up. Yeah, it was a good game. It's a really good game. The last goal, a free kick. Everybody couldn't believe it. I was holding my head like this. Like, so yeah, it was outstanding. Yeah, I think he's gonna enjoy it. And yeah, just a taste of Messi. You know, there's more to come, definitely.
Where's that Messi jersey now? Do you have it hanging somewhere? Do you keep it in a closet?
No, the Messi jersey is at home in Canada, framed. on my wall.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. I thought you'd be wearing it with the Air Force Ones and some Amiris or something. I want to ask, you played Messi in Champions League. Champions League is a big deal for Bayern. You guys are standard in it. If there's a Champions League, you know you're going to see Bayern. How are you feeling about this next Champions League coming up, this next season?
Yeah, we're feeling confident. You know, the last 2 years haven't really gone our way. You know, losing quarterfinals, you know, is something that's hurting us. And definitely, we've strengthened our team. And moving forward, we want to make it, you know, to a final and potentially win it. But we know it's going to take a lot of work. You know, Champions League is the biggest competition in the world for club football, and you know, every team wants to win it. Every team wants to be kings of Europe, and definitely we want that title beside our name again. And yeah, I think everyone here is hungry. Everyone here is ready to give their all.
Who's going to have more goals next season, you for Bayern, you or Harry Kane?
Hopefully, I don't know.
I try to get you there.
What do you think about your eFootball rating? What are you playing a lot? How do you feel about your rating?
Yeah, I think my rating is good. I mean, it's okay. It's not too bad. You know.
That
overall,
speed? Come on, Fonz, you can't be happy with an 88. You got to be at least a 95.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they see me as an 88. I just have to run faster.
Bro, you got to score more goals because they don't put no respect on your shooting ability, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I need to show people that I'm a shooter.
All right, so
I don't know. I saw him in Nations League, man. Being up close, I was right behind the goal where he scored. It was scary. Alphonso, I had never seen you play from field level. It's always up in the booth. Man, that's not 88 speed, let me tell you that. And that's not 64 shooting
It's also
either.
graceful.
No, I mean, the shooting could get better. Definitely sometimes in the box I can shoot a little bit more.
The Club World Cup is coming to North America 2025. Is that something that's in your mind? You win the Champions League, you get Bayern into the Club World Cup on home soil?
I actually didn't know that the Club World Cup 2025 was in North America. I didn't know until now.
Oh, now you gotta win, right?
Newsflash.
Yeah, definitely. We gotta win now just to play at home, but we just gotta win, just for us and to be able to lift that trophy again. You know, it was a feeling, it was an incredible feeling, and we all want to feel that feeling again with fans this time.
Yes.
Much love and respect,
Yeah,
Alphonso.
we really appreciate you taking the time twice to join us. Thanks for hanging with us and the technical difficulties, but it's been so much fun watching your career progress, and we wish you all the best this season. Have a great rest of the preseason.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.